Well, hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I'm back, and I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we're going to take a look at the Power Villa Camping Lantern. I'm very excited about this, and I think you guys are going to like this one. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look. So right off the bat, I want to say thank you to Power Villa for sending this lantern out for review. I've already played with it off camera and I really like this one. So on the side of the packaging here, you can see that it comes in black, khaki, red, or green. This is model YTH6056. And if you're interested in this, I'll put a link in the description box down below. Now this has knob dimming, large capacity battery, USB-C charging, and it'll charge USB-C at 5 volt 2 amp input. Waterproof, so this is water resistant, so meaning it can get rained on. You can use it around the house, out on a boat, camping, and in the shop. The current retail price at the time of me filming this video for this lantern is about 30 bucks. However, you can get a coupon of 10% off if you wish. So the first thing that we see here, I put it right on the top so that when we open it up, we'll be able to take a look at that, and that is the owner's manual. Okay, and it's very simple. There's nothing on the back. This is it. Let's pull it out and give you a first look. There's nothing left in the box except for the USB-A to USB-C charging cable. So I thought that that was really nice that they include that with the lantern. So here's a look at the lantern. You got the dimming switch right here. You've got two different LEDs. You've got the tungsten light and you got the SMD warm light. Very nice. And this is water resistant like I mentioned. So if you're caught in the rain, you're not going to have any problems. There's 4 little rubber bumpers on the bottom, so when you set it down, it has kind of a traction to it. It's not going to slip and slide. This cage that goes around the plastic portion here, this isn't glass, this is plastic, but this cage around here is metal, and the bell is also metal. The bell itself also has this plastic. It's kind of a rubberized plastic. It's not really hard, but it's not really soft either. It's kind of a happy medium. But this is pretty cool. On the back of the lantern, you've got your power level indicators. So 25, 50, 75, and 100%. It's very easy to understand. You have an output port and an input port. And when you pull this rubber out of the way, you can see that it exposes the input port of USB-C and then USB-A output. So this can be used to charge your devices like your phone. This puts out 5 volts at 2 amp and it also takes in 5 volts at 2 amp. So when you charge this included lithium polymer rechargeable battery, this indicator will flash at whatever percentage of charging you're at. So for example, if you were at 50%, it would light up and then flash at that second dot. So I'll show how to charge this here in a second. Turning this lantern on is extremely simple. You have a dimmer switch dial that is stepless. So you click and you can see the first light come on. And then if you just slowly increase, you'll see the brightness increase. Then you'll get to a point where you go away from that into the white LEDs. Check that out. That is cool. They're up there in the top. And this thing puts out 2,500 lumens on the highest setting, which is what you see there. That is very impressive. And then again, as you come down, it goes down to that lowest setting 72 hours of runtime. That's 3 days. That's just crazy. Now on this retro design lantern, one thing that's really cool about it is the lighting output gives you 360 degrees of light coverage. So that is just fantastic. The dimensions of this lantern, it's 4.9 inches in diameter down here, 5.1 inches in diameter at the head, at the top, and then the height is 9.6 inches. And this lantern weighs 1.6 pounds. It's extremely easy to use. Let's take a look at charging this lantern. So here you can see the USB-C charging cable. I'll just plug that in and you can see that it's flashing, so it's almost topped off. It's almost full. When it gets full, all the lights will be solid, and that's how you know you're fully charged. It's very simple. Now, using the lantern for a power station is also very simple. We'll just plug in the USB-A. We'll come over here and we'll plug in that phone. And there you can see charging has begun. Right up there in the top, you can see right there charging. 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm at 50% and charging. So I think that's fantastic. And while we're doing it, we can also see the power level of the battery itself. So as you're using it, you can see the power level declining. This would be excellent for camping, putting in a tent and stuff like that. And it's very bright. Now, one thing that I really like that they've done with this lantern is when you're finished using this as a power bank or charging it, there is this charge port cover rubber. It's a very thick, soft rubber that can pack easily into that spot, and that'll help give you that waterproof rating. Okay, here's the lantern on the lowest setting. So even on the lowest setting, if I had to find something or look around, maybe I got to get a propane cylinder or something off the shelf here, even on the lowest setting, there's plenty of light for me to see what's going on. I can see where I'm going. I can look at whatever I need to look at, and it works very good. Now, as I increase the brightness, you can see that it definitely lights up. And then now we're going to get into the cool white. And that's the lantern on the brightest setting. I mean, it lights up this room very well. This is impressive. And you can carry it by the bell. Come look around. You got good run times out of this battery. And this thing's fantastic. I really like this lantern. And you don't even have to run it on the highest levels either. You could turn it down, dim it down. The switch is very easy. That's the lowest setting right there. 3 days of runtime out of that setting. That's fantastic. There's that power level indicator. Let's turn this thing on to the lowest setting. And I brought in the O lantern, and it's also on its lowest setting. So I'm going to walk through the shop here, and we're going to take a look at the differences in brightness levels between these two lanterns. The one here that's moving, this is the O lantern, and this one here, this is the one that we're reviewing today. Again, both of these are on the lowest setting. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the one that we're reviewing today off. And we're looking only at the O lantern on the lowest setting. So take a look at that and see what you get out of that. Now let's bump it straight up to the highest setting. This is the Olight O lantern on the highest setting. That's what that looks like. Okay, so now that you see what that looked like, let's turn this other one. Let's go back down to the lowest setting on the O lantern. So remember, that's what we got. Now we'll turn it off, and we'll come to the one that we're reviewing today. We are on the lowest setting. Not too bad, folks. I can clearly see everything. Now let's go to the highest setting. This is a lot of light. That thing does a good job. So let's bring in the O lantern again. We're going to go straight to the highest setting. O lantern over here, the one we're reviewing today, right here. So 30 bucks is the price point for the one that I'm reviewing right here today. Those are both fantastic lanterns, and I think this thing does a wonderful job. Of course, unlike the O lantern, it's not magnetic rechargeable, but for the $30 price point, I think it's fantastic. I like this lantern a lot. Well, folks, my final thoughts are simple. I like this lantern. I think it does a fantastic job. It's very easy to operate, and as you can see in those night shots, it put out plenty of light. I like the construction of it. It's built very well, very durable. This plastic feels like it's ABS type plastic, so I'm pretty confident that if I drop this thing or something, it's probably impact resistant. However, it doesn't say that in the ad, but it feels tough. It feels like something that's built very well. And it's very easy to operate. Again, you can go all the way up and get to those bright LEDs. I think 2500 lumens is fantastic. And as you saw in the night shots, I didn't even need it on the highest setting. I could get by with the lowest setting and still see clearly everything that was going on. So folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave comments down below. Hit that thumbs up on your way out. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.